Over the years, you've inspired us to make a lot of great drivers. But while we were making all these drivers for the present, we were also hard at work making the next generation of driver. Because where titanium ends, carbon begins.
It's really special. I mean, I can't think of a much better award for golf to win in this province. So, something that I'm very proud to have done for a second year in a row. And yeah, definitely one of the biggest memories I'm gonna have for my life. Yeah.
When you're sitting there earlier in the night, you're hearing Rob McMillan, 1991, 92, so on and so forth, and that. Is that kind of maybe a bit of motivation? I know you're just sitting there saying, winning back to back, but to carve out that kind of a career.
I mean, he's got so many, it might take me a while, but yeah, he has quite the record. To get close to that would be really special, but you know what? I got a long road ahead of me, and I'll see what I can accomplish, but I don't know. He's got a pretty good record.
When you were watching the names of the finalists getting flashed up there, the four, and maybe even the couple of guys that received honorable mentions, was there at any time where you thought, I'm going to get my second one in a row? Did you feel comfortable with that, or has it been that competitive a year that it was up for grabs?
I think there's a lot of guys that have had a good season this year. I mean, you look at Curtis; he won a Canadian national championship. Like, that's very impressive. So, I was at no point 100% sure that I was going to win. I know that I had a good year. I was proud of what I did, but ultimately, it's still up to the judges. So,
yeah, was there one particular proud moment of the year for you, Braxton?
I'd say being able to go back to back in the amateur was really special for me. And then, I came close to making the cut in the PGA Tour event. It looked like I was going to, but I didn't. That was a bit of a downside, but I was still really happy with how I played in my first pro tournament.
Yeah, when you're playing in that pro event, how much do you have to remind yourself, hey, at Southwood, I played here many, many times before, but by the same token, obviously it's probably the premier event so far that you've had the opportunity to play in.
Yeah, just not letting the pressure get to me. I've been in a lot of situations where I've had pressure on me in golf, so I felt a little comfortable knowing that. I mean, obviously there's a lot more people watching, a lot more coverage and everything, so there's a lot more stuff going on, but at the end of the day, I just need to focus on my game, and I think I did that pretty well for the most part.
2022 is not even over yet, but we're going to ask you anyway. What are you looking forward to for 2023? The hat trick for the amateur, I guess, would be number one?
That would be really special. I mean, I'm going back to college in January. I want to try and do my best in some tournaments down south. And then when the summer comes, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing in these events all over again. And yeah, Golf Manitoba puts them together really well every year. And yeah, they're always a treat.
Where is college in the States, and how have things gone that way?
So I'm going to Nicholls State University. It's a small university in Louisiana. My freshman year, I had a few good tournaments. I had a few top tens. Maybe not as good as I would have wanted overall, but I feel like I have a little more experience going back this spring, and I am hoping to play a little better.
Yeah, fill in the blanks. How does a kid from Winnipeg wind up going to a small college in Louisiana? How do you connect the dots to that one?
I get asked this question quite a bit.
I would imagine you would.
Yeah, so I was on a recruiting website called NCSA. I was on it for years. I was emailing pretty much every school out there. So I ended up emailing this university. They were a good fit for me, both full-length golf season, 12 months of the year, had academic programs that I was interested in, and they're very affordable. So all those things fit right into place, and I couldn't have thought of much a better option.
Oh, you're a true Winnipegger, affordable.
Yeah.
Academically, what are you majoring in right now? What would you like to achieve?
I'm a finance major right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure what I want to do when I graduate, but something managing money, investing, something like that. And I'll hopefully a pro golfer if that works out, but we'll see.
Just finally, when you look back at the previous year to this year, where do you feel your game took that little extra step and you're really happy with what you did?
Yeah, I think starting last summer, going into the amateur was where I felt I was really starting to improve. My misses were becoming a little smaller. I was becoming more consistent, and really golf is just about all the work you put in. So putting in work day after day and making the next little improvements, because there's really not that much of a difference between a good amateur player and a good pro player. It's all the little things. So if I can do a good job at refining the small parts of my game, then everything will come together.